Yo, what's good, YouTube? I am back with another reaction video, and we got the greatest individual scoring game in NBA history. Now, I know I've been off this channel for a little while, but I'll be uploading on my gaming channel, and I'll be uploading on my That Philly Boy Nah channel. That's a lot of consistent, but I deeply apologize for not really uploading like I say I was going to do, but I'm definitely being consistent. But I definitely have been knocking out some videos. I know it's probably been about, like, I don't know if it's been a week or not sure. But anyway, man, just want to say appreciate all of the support, man. Deeply appreciate it. See all the comments and everything. And we getting this channel rolling, man. This is my second channel. My first channel is That Philly Boy Nah. But yeah, man, let's get straight into this video, y'all. Let's get straight into it. Greatest individual scoring game in NBA history. But like I said again, I deeply apologize for not really being consistent. I'll be having a lot of things that I'll be doing. So, you know, I'll be streaming, first channel, my gaming channel, going to work and things like that. I mean, there's no excuses really, but I'm just keeping it real, and I'm always going to keep it real. So that's just what it is, though. But let's get straight into this video, y'all.
Throughout the course of NBA history, there have been a myriad of preposterous scoring outbursts. Of course, there was Wilt Chamberlain's mythical 100-point game in Hershey, Pennsylvania, way back in 1962. Michael Jordan's 69-point and 18-rebound masterpiece in an overtime thriller against the Cavaliers in 1990. And hell, we even most recently saw two 71-point games this most recent NBA season within about a 7-week span of each other. And of course, there was the second most points ever scored in a single game in NBA history, Kobe Bryant's legendary 81 points as the exclamation mark on that absurd season-long scoring explosion he authored back in the 2005-2006 season. And that season has been well documented. From that aforementioned 81-pointer against the Raptors, to Kobe averaging an absurd 43 points for an entire month, and doing all of it in the fourth slowest paced season in NBA history, where average nightly scoring was only 97 per game. For context, scoring was up to nearly 115 points per game in this most recent season. But a game that is often overlooked and forgotten about amid the absurdity of Kobe's 2005-2006 year, as well as all of the other legendary scoring performances we have seen throughout history, occurred on December 20th of 2005. When the Dallas Mavericks came to Staples Center for a matchup against the LA Lakers, a Mavericks team who would ultimately end the season with a record of 60-22, the third best record in the NBA that year. And the Mavericks, behind Dirk Nowitzki, would get all the way into the NBA Finals that season before ultimately falling 4-2 to the Miami Heat. The Lakers, on the other hand, not good, boasting a lineup that season which included Lamar Odom, Smush Parker, Kwame Brown, Chris Mim, Devin George, Luke Walton, Brian Cook, and Sasha Vujacic. The Lakers had not one rotational player that year who ever made a single All-Star game.
It's garbage!
Bryant would have killed to have Zydrunas Ilgauskas or Mo Williams on this roster. With Kobe off of the court in the 2005-2006 season, the Lakers scored only 92 points per 100 possessions. The worst offensive rated team in the league that season scored 101 points per 100 possessions. So to say the Lakers were below not good,
Below not good. Not good at all in any of those areas, see?
without Kobe Bryant would be the understatement of the season that year in the NBA. But on December 20th, when the eventual conference champions came to town. Bryant produced a game that had never been seen before in NBA history, has not been duplicated since, and likely will never be seen ever again. Kobe poured in 62 points through 3 quarters in just 32 minutes of game played and on only 31 shot attempts. Bryant outscored the entire 60-win Maverick team by himself through the end of the third quarter. No one in the shot clock era's history of professional basketball has ever equaled this feat. Not even Wilt Chamberlain. Not even in the 1961-62 season when Chamberlain averaged 50 for the entire year. Not Jordan. Not Durant. Definitely not this guy. No one ever. Which, can you imagine what would happen if LeBron did this? It would literally break ESPN with the amount of thirsty ass on-air reporters tripping over each other to drool on themselves on live TV. And Kobe did it all on this floating dumpster fire of a roster against a 60-win conference champion. Chris Mim, with 9 points, was the Lakers' second leading scorer in that game, following a 3-quarter-long 62-point assault of the Mavericks, which likely should have been deemed illegal in the state of California. But when the smoke cleared and the dust settled, the Mavericks team had only 61 points. Now many would point to Wilt's 100 piece on March 2nd of 1962 in Hershey, Pennsylvania as the golden standard for an individual scoring game. However, look at the outrageous pacing of that game when Wilt's Philadelphia Warriors beat the New York Knicks 169-147. The final score of that Lakers-Mavericks game was just 112-90. Further, Wilt had some extreme advantages in this game. For starters, the opposing center for the New York Knicks, Darrell Imhoff, was listed at just 6'10", 220 pounds, out there looking like a 1960s precursor for walking skeleton figure Chet Holmgren. 7'1", 275-pound freak mutant athlete Wilt Chamberlain likely would have feasted that night even if Imhoff had played the whole game, which he didn't, as he logged only 20 minutes in that game. The backup center for the Knicks was Dave Budd, at just 6'6", 205 pounds, who got 27 minutes of time guarding Wilt in that game, while the other principal defender that night was power forward Willie Knowles, who was just 6'6", 225. Not only was arguably the strongest player in NBA history playing against the modern-day equivalent of shooting guards on defense, there was also no 3-second violation at this time in the NBA, so Wilt could just camp out underneath and feast on offensive rebounds and putbacks, as the vast majority of his 63 shot attempts that game came within 3 feet of the basket. Even looking at the other gold standard alongside Wilt for individual scoring prowess, Michael Jordan, and his signature 69-point career-high game. That was an overtime game where Jordan played 50 minutes, and his next highest scoring game was a 64-point performance in a loss against the Orlando Magic on January 16th of 1993 when he played 47 minutes, but in just 32 minutes of play. And at the end of the third quarter, with the Lakers leading 95-61 in the game, Kobe decided to shut it down for the night. Phil Jackson sent then assistant coach Brian Shaw to ask if Kobe wanted back in the game to try to set some kind of a scoring record, to which Kobe responded that the objective was to win the game, and the game was already over. So Bryant's night came to an end in only those 32 minutes. 14 games later, however, Kobe would have another look at history, and he would capitalize on that one. That, however, is a story for another day. Throughout the course.
Alright, that wraps up that video, man. First and foremost, what I want to say is rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, man. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. He definitely was a beast, and I definitely will be doing some highlights on him, so definitely look out for that. But yeah, man, them records is crazy. Will Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. Like, I had to look up, see if there's any other people that broke some records. But I'm telling you, Kobe was a beast. Jordan was a beast. I never really saw too much of Will Chamberlain, but from looking at those highlights and seeing how tall he was, and he was just a freak of nature, bro. He was just, he was just a beast. I know he was. You can just tell, like. You can just tell he was a beast. I heard there was one story where he held two people in his hand and just lifted them up. Like, I'm just like, yo, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. But anyway, man, on to the next video, man. I deeply appreciate all of the support. And once again, I just want to say that I deeply, deeply am sorry that I didn't really upload like I said I was going to upload. But you can always check me on my other channels at Dat Philly Boy Nah Gaming and also Dat Philly Boy Nah. So I definitely do be on my other channels, and I'm trying to get back and active with this channel. But yeah, man, from here on out, we definitely gonna keep these uploads going. But like I said, I be having a lot of things I be doing. I be streaming and things like that. So just bear with me, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Just bear with me. But you can always check me out. All the links is in my description. You can always check out all videos I'll be doing, gaming and things like that. But yeah, that's about it, man. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button. Turn on that bell, man. And I'm on to the next video. I deeply appreciate all love and support. And I'm out of here. I love y'all. On to the next video. Peace.